Alright guys, welcome back to another MCreator tutorial. So today we're going to be looking at a couple blocks today. There are a few of them. We're going to be looking at the motion vector for entities. So this is this block down here. Attempt to override motion vector of and then event/target entity to Vx, Vy, and Vz. So this is going to be the velocity for that particular entity. This will run on both server and client side, so you can run it on either side here. It doesn't have any particular dependencies for that. The positive and negative values are both supported for this. One is generally pretty strong, so you can work with that. If you want to go in negative value, like downwards, you would use -1. If you wanted to go north, you would use z-1. So north direction is z-1, and then if you wanted to go south, it would be 1, a solid 1. For east, it's solid 1, and west is -1. So you can mess around with the coordinates with these if you really wanted to. If you wanted to get a particular direction of the entity, there are a couple options for this. Depending on the trigger that you're using it for, there are a few things in here that you can actually use. So first and foremost, there is the velocity movement delta, but these are only on client side. So if you need to get something on server side, I suggest using the look direction instead. Client side basically will only work with the icon that is located here. So basically the delta movement, and then you can see that's right under there. It's like a little computer icon. That's client side. So sadly, we're using a procedure that is going to be running on server side, I think. So it should technically work, but it doesn't for some reason when you're working with the movement delta. So I'm not sure if there's really a way around that. Before it used to work using the movement vector or delta movement, but it doesn't do that anymore. So we will just print out the values for the source entity, and we'll see basically what goes on here. So pretty sure it's just going to be 0 or something like that, but let's see here. Print, and we'll print that out just to get an idea what it's basically doing. And for the other ones, I'm just going to have it basically go the direction that we want to. Now, if you leave it at 0, what's going to happen is it's not going to go any motion, any direction, right? So if we wanted to get the direction that we're actually looking, which we can do because it's on server side, we can use the look direction of the source entity. So this will work for the when on the right click procedure. So if we were to run it on a different procedure, just make sure that source entity is selected, or make sure that you have the right dependencies. So we'll do that for Z as well, and that should sling the entity the direction that we're looking. So, and we'll just have it go up by 1, and that should be high enough. So let's go ahead and try this out, and then we'll pop back in. All right, so the console didn't actually say too much. I'm changing this up just a little bit because I thought, okay, maybe it's because the entity wasn't moving. So we'll go ahead and try source entity, and we'll be moving when we're basically going ahead and doing the right click. It might also be the trigger that we're running it on. So let's go ahead and right click there. And we should have been moving, but I'll just double check. So yeah, so the velocity here, as you can see, is on client side. And this is actually very low for the client side variable. And server side, it's 0. So it's not really doing too much for server procedures from what it looks like. So if you wanted to do something like carry it over, I'm not really sure if there's a way to pass it over to the server side. There is some other blocks in here that we might be able to use. Like I said, we can use the look direction if you wanted to control the direction and stuff like that. So you can do that. And then you could also, if you wanted to go the opposite direction, what you could do is you could use 0, -, or something like that. So you'd do like 0, minus, and then look direction. Let's go ahead and try doing that, and then we can basically have it go the other direction that we're going, so towards us, and that should work as well. So let's go ahead and close out of the game quickly, and then we'll save this, and then we'll go ahead and play, and then I'll pop back in. Okay, so I just tested it really quickly. If we go ahead and right click, you can see it goes behind us like that. So that works. Again, it really depends on what you are using it for. If it's something like client side, you can use the motion vector, I suppose, but yeah, it's just one of those things that you kind of have to mess around with. But yeah, overall, that's basically the motion vector blocks and how you can basically use them. So it's pretty cool. And when you get more used to the mechanics and stuff like that, it's actually quite easy to manipulate the entity directions and stuff. So hopefully you found today's tutorial useful. If you're new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe, comment down below, rate the video, and I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Peace out.